When you think of big car nations, you probably think Germany, Japan, the US. But here's a twist. Brazil is the 7th largest car market on earth. And chances are, you've never heard of the cars they drive. Brazil doesn't just buy cars, it builds them. Millions. It's home to over 20 automakers, massive plants, and a car culture as vibrant as Carnival. From Volkswagen to Fiat to GM, Brazil has become South America's car capital, and its roads are filled with vehicles you won't find anywhere else in the world. Let's dive into the wild, adaptive, and surprisingly innovative world of Brazil's automotive industry. 1. A history built on necessity. Brazil's auto story starts early. By the 1950s, the government had a dream: make Brazil self-sufficient in car production. So it invited foreign car makers to build local. Volkswagen, Fiat, Ford, GM, they all showed up. By the 1970s and 80s, Brazil was churning out compact, fuel-efficient cars tailored to poor roads, harsh weather, expensive fuel. In short, Brazil created its own automotive ecosystem with vehicles designed for local reality, not European luxury. 2. The cars you've never seen. Here's the fun part. Brazilian cars are different. They're built for Brazil, and many are never exported. Examples: Volkswagen Gol, a Brazilian legend, not sold in Europe, or the US Fiat Strada, a compact pickup, perfect for small businesses and city work. Chevrolet Onix, Brazil's top-selling car, designed only for Latin America. Brazil doesn't just build cars, it custom engineers them for its people. 3. Flex fuel innovation. While the world struggles with fuel prices, Brazil figured it out decades ago. They created flex fuel cars, vehicles that run on gasoline, ethanol, or both. Why? Because Brazil produces tons of sugarcane, which gets turned into cheap ethanol fuel. Today, over 80% of new cars sold in Brazil are flex fuel. It's green, it's cheap, it's smart. And once again, the world barely noticed. 4. Global giant. Brazilian roots. All the big players are here. Volkswagen, more than 60 years in Brazil. Fiat, the most popular brand in the country. General Motors, massive local production. Even Toyota. Honda factories in Brazil. Because Brazil is the largest car market in Latin America, and it's strategically critical for global sales. Plus, the labor force is experienced, the supply chains are local, and the demand is consistent. 5. The EV struggle in future. Brazil is strong, but not yet electric. EV adoption is slow due to high prices, lack of charging infrastructure, a preference for ethanol over battery. But the shift is started. Chinese EV makers like BYD are entering the market, and Brazilian startups are experimenting with affordable. It's not a revolution, but it's coming. 6. Why the world should watch Brazil proves that a country doesn't need to follow the West to succeed. It built its own models, its own fuels, its own system. And while the global industry chases flash, Brazil quietly moves millions of cars every year, tailored to real-world needs. Brazil's car industry isn't loud, but it's massive, resilient, and innovative in its own way. If you want to see the future of practical, affordable mobility, don't look to Silicon Valley. Look to São Paulo. Ever driven a Brazilian-made car? Would you buy a flex fuel vehicle if it saved you 50% on gas? Drop your thoughts below. Hit like if you learned something new, and subscribe for more global car stories you won't hear anywhere else.